our final speaker. Can you get me those? You're welcome. You're welcome. And our final speaker is Senator Brian Francis, who really has been instrumental in this project. And we have a gift for him as well. So I'm going to give it to you before he speaks so I can sit down, because I feel like I'm just going to cry like a baby all the time. This has been an emotional day for me. Just for those of you who don't know, which is probably none of you, we've had to cancel this event, postpone, a full year, and then probably 4 more times. And so it's very exciting that we're here. So I'm going to just get you to open this one. And this one says respect. And it is with the utmost respect that we thank you for bringing the vision of the Ice Walk to us and helping us to create this reality. Oh, don't go anywhere. Come back. You're my last speaker. And then we're going to feast. So Senator Francis is going to finish us up for this portion of the day, and then we're going to ask Elder Matilda Knockwood to come up before we have our feast. She's going to talk about the Spirit Plate and make sure that we set that out appropriately for our ancestors. So, Senator Francis.
Thank you, Jamie. Chief Bernard and Council. Distinguished guests, community members, elders. Special thank you to Elder Matilda for guiding us through the Ice Walk today. That was very powerful, so we thank you for that. It is my absolute pleasure to be with you today to share in this historical event. Today's event has shed light into a relatively unknown or forgotten part of our history, which is that for a century, the Mi'kmaq of Lennox Island were kept physically and socially segregated from the mainland. Our people would go across by boat when the water was open just to access basic goods or services, but even then it could be dangerous. In the winter months, we had no option but to walk across the ice. I remember being scared when I was a child that I would fall in and drown. Didn't happen, but I was scared. I remember hearing about members of our community who died this way. It was not until the causeway was built in 1973 that this deplorable situation came to an end for us. However, there are still ice roads in use throughout Canada today. The experiences of the Mi'kmaq here in Lennox Island are not isolated. For more than a century and a half, Canada attempted to replace or eliminate traditional cultures, laws, languages, and governments. We had our land and our resources taken away and were forced onto reserves, which are still owned by the Crown. Many are in remote locations and still do not have adequate funding for services and infrastructure that others take for granted today. The historical wrongs committed against our people have resulted in significant harm and trauma, as well as in high levels of poverty and other inequalities that are ongoing. We feel them and experience them in every aspect of our lives. While our people have been able to resist, adapt, and thrive in the face of such adversity, concrete action to address the wrongs of the past and help build a better and more inclusive future is desperately needed. Your participation in the event, whether in person or remotely, will help bring us one step closer in the long process of true healing and reconciliation ahead of us. It will sometimes be hard and uncomfortable, but it is necessary and long overdue. I hope you will leave today with a renewed conviction to make change happen. Thank you all for coming.